It's dark, there's smoke, you're wearing respirators.
All of the typical senses that you use to get through a day, they don't work in there.
From throwing on that gear that is very heavy and bulky and awkward, boots and gloves and a helmet that weighs 10 pounds.
Things can fall on you. With all that equipment, things can hook on. You can bump into things that you ordinarily would not bump into because you're bigger, you're bulkier.
Yeah, I was surprised at the amount of physical stamina it takes. I learned about the technology here today.
It's difficult, it's a tough job. It's a job that I wouldn't want to do.
The event was put together to get our decision makers and our politicians an understanding of what a firefighter does on a daily basis, to give them the opportunity to put a fire out, an auto extrication.
Well, you know, we went up in a tower, and you're climbing up the stairs, you're pulling a hose that's a heavy hose to begin with, full of water. Well, pulling the hose too.
Pulling the hose.
It's tiring in and of itself, and then you're trying to climb up the stairs.
As you've come to find out, that you got to work as a team.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's no way you're going to get that line to the second floor up a staircase by yourself.
Not in this lifetime.
It's tough. You know, you're putting on, you know, probably 50, 60 pounds of gear. It's hot. It's hot out today, and it's a nice, cool day. I can't imagine what it's like, you know, in the middle of summer, 90 degrees in a fire. I mean, it is, as you can see, I'm just soaking wet just being in the gear for a couple hours. A pretty scary experience, and you don't realize it till you're in that situation with the fire coming up around you and the smoke.
Once I saw him put the hood, start getting that seal and the mask, and tightening up his jacket so tight and throwing that very heavy air pack on the back, I thought, uh-oh, this might be an issue for me.
Yeah. So I don't go like, I'm getting a feeling like claustrophobic.
Okay.
So I'm getting real close to needing you to take all this off.
Okay. All right. Let's take a couple breaths, see how you feel. All right. Breathe in real deep. There you go. How's that feel? Okay, that's fine.
Quite honestly, it's a very uncomfortable situation and was just not something I was able to do. I got it all on, but it just didn't work. And so I can only imagine trying to maneuver and going into a dark building with all that gear and that sense of restriction. I'm glad there are men and women willing to do it.
I knew it was a simulation. It was still freaking scary.
Yeah, but
you like that?
Yeah. No.
You didn't like it?
Not even a little.
Not even a little bit.
I'll call you guys if I need to.
I couldn't see.
I'll call you guys.
Damn thing.
No, I couldn't see a thing, and I couldn't hear up there.
Yeah, you're telling me to stop, and I got about every third word. Yeah.
Well, I had been to fires, but never been in the fire. It was difficult, and it was challenging, and what I learned was that it takes one heck of a lot of training, a lot of teamwork. My man Freeman! A tremendous amount of teamwork, and I'm 63 years young. I thought I was in decent shape from what I do, but I found going up to the second floor on my hands and knees and with the water hose charged that I was puffing and panting. And so, I encourage these guys to stay in shape and everything else. I really honor the work they do.
The International Association of Firefighters invited me to be part of this class, and we've had the opportunity to wear all the equipment and go into burning buildings and get a sense of what a firefighter does on a daily basis. This is not the movies where you throw someone over your shoulder and carrying them out. I mean, you're moving heavy objects, and you really kind of just have to push, pull, drag. You really get a sense of how hard it is, how, in many cases, tedious. Just pushing and pulling and just being aware of all your surroundings.
We did our best to try to simulate what it's like to be a firefighter, but we did a little bit of search and rescue. We did some EMS work. We did some hoseman work. So really a little bit of all the aspects. We did some work around a crashed vehicle and someone who's stuck in a vehicle having to use the jaws of life and the saws, etc. So really, I think tried their best to encompass all the different aspects and challenges of a firefighter.
I think it's important to mention a lot of people went to a lot of trouble to put this together today and organize it. They work very hard, have a difficult job, and to take a Saturday to do it and to suit up in gear and go to work, so to speak, so that people like me have a better sense of what it is that they do, and I'm really grateful.
So we have all the locals from Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, the airport, and Wilsonboro.
I just really also appreciate the efforts of everybody associated with the IAFF and the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton fire departments for going to all this trouble to show us what they do, because this was a lot of work to get all this equipment, get us all fitted up, and simulate all the exercises, bring the trucks out. It was really quite an undertaking on their part, so I thank them very much for making this opportunity available to me.
It was good to be out here, and actually it was good to spend some time with other elected officials and talk about the challenges we have throughout this region and having to fund our firefighters. Both in terms of training, equipment, and manpower. So it does take a partnership and cooperative effort, and so having federal officials here, state officials here, and local officials, hopefully we all come away with that appreciation. We can work towards trying to get these folks what they need to do their jobs.
Everything so far has been very positive. They really are truly getting an understanding of our job now.
It was a really amazing experience. I'm glad I went through it today.
I appreciate the job that they do, and it takes a special person to rush into a burning building when everybody else, when everything in you, all your instincts are telling you don't go in.
Just wondering how in the world they do it. Just really in awe of the job that they do.
Again, I honor these men and women who are doing this firefighting.
I always had a respect for what they do, but I have a deeper respect now.
My respect level has gone up 100,000% because of what we have here today.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been looking for Lasky hitting a donut. How you doing? Come on, I know the donut.